Now to the investigation into where COVID-19 came from. Another new development in the Wuhan lab leak theory.
Yeah, we just continue to learn more. There's a new report out today suggesting a lab in the U.S. found that leak theory was plausible last May. NewsNation's Leland Vittert on top of this story for us tonight, joining us in the newsroom. Leland.
Ladies, good evening. Up until a few weeks ago, those promoting the lab leak theory that the coronavirus came from a lab in China were considered conspiracy theorists. Now we learn the U.S. government found that theory plausible last year, and the former deputy national security advisor says it's what all the evidence points to.
The preponderance of circumstantial evidence, and it's important to note that it is still circumstantial evidence, weighs in favor of the hypothesis that this was an accidental leak from a laboratory and not a natural zoonotic event. China does not want us to actually find the answer to the question of what exactly happened.
Even the World Health Organization says there's little they can do to compel China's cooperation on a meaningful investigation into what did and did not happen at the Wuhan lab of virology. The Wall Street Journal reports today that a still secret U.S. government report from May 2020 found it plausible COVID-19 leaked from Wuhan lab. The 2020 lab report was used by the State Department in its own inquiry during the Trump administration. That report came from the Lawrence Livermore Laboratory, funded by the Department of Energy with close ties to the University of California, the academic home of Robert Mueller, who this weekend penned an op-ed saying the science suggests a Wuhan lab leak. The COVID-19 pathogen has a genetic footprint that has never been observed in a natural coronavirus. His co-author told Joe Donlin why.
Yes, that's right. You can put 12 letters in. Nature puts it in by recombination. Scientists put it in the laboratory in an afternoon, and there's no source in nature for this 12-letter word. So it really points to having been done in the laboratory, especially with 11 previous experiments, including at the Wuhan Institute, where they did it in other viruses. They looked at 80,000 animals and they found 0 viruses. That's mathematically impossible, 1 in a billion chance that a zoonosis would produce that.
At today's Senate hearing on China, senators agreed there was little they could do.
There's not a single piece of evidence that points towards that stupid food market the Chinese Communist Party used as a cover story. But I also agree with you that China doesn't want us to discover it, so I'm very skeptical that we'll ever get direct evidence of the origin in the labs.
I'm asking this panel, we've heard from Mr. Pottinger, what can be done to prompt and persuade the Communist Party, which essentially runs China, that world health depends on there being more forthcoming, more transparent, and more cooperative.
China continues to deny any type of international investigation access to the lab, and we wait to see if there's an appetite by the Biden administration to force their hand with sanctions or international shaming. Meantime, we just continue to report on the drip, Marnie.
Leland, thank you.